Hi guys, welcome back to my audio. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to drop a comment. If you're an old subscriber, you already know how we do this. You're an OG already, so you already know. Don't forget to share as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. Very important, guys. This is March already. And remember, we're hitting the 500 subscribers this month. I know we can do it. You guys are my OG already now. So, anyways, guys, so today we'll be talking about how to navigate yourself around your assessment here in the UK institutions. Hmm. Guys, this is actually from my experience. As you guys know, I'm an international student here in the UK studying global health, and everything I dish out is from my experience, from what I've seen with other people and the likes. Guys, by the way, guys, I've been getting a lot of, oh, I watch your YouTube channel. Oh, see, the love is massive. So thank you so much, guys. Now back to our video. How do you navigate yourself around your assessment? First of all, first of all, first thing you should know that here in the UK, assessment, research, anything you want to write, as long as it is called an academic writing, I want you guys to know that there's a standard to it. I mean, literally, I didn't know that because where I'm coming from, hello, what's that? Kilo Njabe. We usually didn't have anything like that. And it was a lot for me when I came in. Let me give you guys the gist. So when I came into the UK, my first assessment was a formative assessment. So formative assessment is an assessment where it's not graded. They just want to see how well you can do and the likes. I think we were to write about 400 words of 300 words. I really can't remember, but I know it's within 400 to 300 to 400 words rather. And it was just a it was just a short write up. My dear. I looked at it and I was like, this is simple now. They asked us the difference between something, something. Hello, something I can write. Back where I'm from, you would have to write that and list and say, this is why this is different from this. This is, well, they gave us guidelines that we have to critically think, critically write, use of good references, paraphrasing, and the likes like that. Guys, I wrote 300 to 400. I think it was about 400 words. I submitted and we used what's called Turnitin. I know everybody uses that except where I'm coming from. We don't use Turnitin, guy. You have to print it out and submit. Do you get? So I used Turnitin and I got zero similarities. Guys, now, as you're watching this now and you heard I got zero similarities, you'll be like, my dear, that was just the beginning. So I got zero similarities, and while they were marking, I had comments about my referencing and critical writing, basically that I wasn't critically thinking. You see that critical writing, critical thinking, that was where my hair started like Ober is in touch. I was literally, should I say dumbfounded? I don't know how to use big grammar, but I was angry because I did your assignment. Come on. So why are you giving me that? But then I had to take it in, referencing styles and the likes. And then I knew there's Harvard, and Harvard has different style. For my school, they use Harvard. For my school, we literally use Harvard sites for them or sites them right. One of the two. Guys, formative assessment was, I was feeling like the boss, like, oh, I got zero Turnitin, and then I got to class and other people got zero Turnitin scores, zero similarities rather, and I'm like, oh, okay, looks as if I was not the only one. Like, we'll have a bunch of people that are literally good, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. Is it just critical thinking? And I didn't really know what critical thinking was in my first semester, trust me. Referencing, I had to use some apps or softwares, I would say, like RefWorks and the like, cite them for me. Guys, when the real assessment came in, let me not lie, over 100, it was 55 I got. And I was like, what? This is something I did. Formative assessment, I did it well. Why? 54, what's that? And then I got feedbacks. Okay, I didn't really get feedbacks on referencing and the likes. It was still this critical thinking. I'm like, Okay, can you just tell me what critical thinking is? And I was starting to get hold of it. My second assessment, I moved on to 60, and I'm like, okay, okay, I think I'm doing good. Do you get? I think I'm doing better. And then my third assessment, I moved on to 60 as well. I'm like, not bad. That's good. And I was looking around it, and I was wondering, okay, if this is how it is, what is critical thinking? Now, that's the first thing I want you guys to know when it comes to assessment here in the UK, or writing critical thinking. So I'm just going to see, is basically grammar. I'm just going to say it how it is, like in the most simplest way I can. And critical thinking is just you criticizing papers. I know when you want to criticize papers, you can't criticize one paper. So it means that you have to have so much, like so many papers while you're doing your assessment, and then critique one paper with another paper, critique that other paper with another paper. Let me give you an instance. So I'm just going to say now that Tolu says that there's fish in Leicester, while Dio says that it's not like there's no fish in Leicester, but we have just few. And then Tola says that there's literally no fish in Leicester. But then, from these three articles, I think that, or I would say that there's fish in Leicester, but then it's in certain areas. This was said by another person. Now that's critical thinking, guys. Trust me, that is all. That was just all we're supposed to do, and I'm like, it's easier when you're saying it. Trust me. Now, when you now have to start searching, that's a different ball game entirely. And that, I just remembered now, or basically I'll just say, it just came to me now that maybe I should really do a video on how to do literature search. Yeah, maybe I should do a video. I'll basically have that video and show you guys how to do literature search, because searching for papers, hey, is hard. It is very hard, very, very hard, because you have to search for a lot of papers for you to be able to critique and critically write your papers, or have a critical thinking in whatever you are writing. Now, that was just what critical thinking is. Basically, criticizing or arguing one paper with another paper and with another paper, and then bringing in your own thoughts. As when you bring in your own thoughts, you have to support it with another paper. That's just what critical thinking is. So first thing first, have it in mind that critical thinking is what you'll be doing all the time. All the time. Second is referencing. Guys, referencing has different stages. Your school will basically tell you the type of referencing style they use. There's a lot. There's APA, Harvard. I can't count it. But then I know most schools use either APA or Harvard. My school use Harvard, and then for Harvard, there's a lot of Harvard. Harvard sites for them. I put, if I'm correct, is there sites for them or sites them right? I think it's sites for me or something. I'll put the link here, or the name rather. And there's another Harvard style. And trust me, you just have to make sure that you follow what your school does. Like the school library usually have trainings or one-on-one sessions on that. And then you literally, like, your personal tutor or your lecturer or your professor will literally tell you the type of referencing style the school uses, and that's what you just follow. That's just it. Referencing, critical thinking. You see the other ones, they are not bothered. They are not bothered. And one thing I've also learned, I learned this late. If not, maybe I would have graduated with distinction. Well, we've not graduated, so let's see if we can still have that. Another thing I want you guys to know is similarity score. Similarities score, guys. That is a big thing. You have to paraphrase. If you're paraphrasing, you paraphrase well. If you're using quotes, you have to reference well, and the like. Guys, let me shock you. I had an assessment last semester, and upon getting my result, guys, let me know. Like, I got an high similarity score, and I related it to my lecturer, and she was like, "Ah, it's fine." And upon submission and the likes, they took my paper to APU. I'm going to put the meaning of APU here. And basically, what that means is that they're literally going to sit on it and want to see why I have such high similarity score, and why they have to investigate and the likes. Guys, I didn't do any plagiarism. I didn't do plagiarism. I did a lot of quotes, and one thing I've learned is if you're going to use quotes, do not use a lot of quotes. Like, do not use it. So similarity score is one thing that you should have in mind. Anything less than 15, that's what I recommend. Anything less than 15, depending on how much words you're writing, please don't just submit it, because it's just unnecessary headache. Unnecessary headache. That's what it is. Because right now, my enemy has the headache because of APO. So you guys get similarity scores is very important. Avoid quotes. It will give you a lower similarity score. And please make sure that you do your paraphrasing so well. I have a friend that she'll literally print out the article and then paraphrase it in her own word, which is very good. So whichever one works for you, please don't use ChatGPT. Don't use it, because there are softwares in schools that they literally use to capture all these things basically. So don't use it. So three things I've mentioned now, three major things I've mentioned: one, critical thinking; two, referencing; and three, similarity score. And then the last one that I would say, which is like a bonus basically, is just that do your assignment. Like, don't go past um yeah, don't go past the deadline, because most times it's always capped. So why not just do it and let it go, instead of saying you're looking for extension or you're going, just do it and before the deadline, and submit and let it go. Because that way, even if there's an issue, they can still overlook some things for you and the likes like that. Now I have the bonus one. This bonus one is for people that will subscribe. If you click on subscribe button, this bonus one will not leave you to stick to your head as you're listening to it. So click on the subscribe button here. Thank you so much. So here's the bonus one. When they give you a brief, every assessment, every research, every write-up has its own brief. Let me give you an instance. So you have to write about Next Alakija. And in this write-up, I want you to describe Next Alakija as a great person. Now you see that as a great person. Make sure you put that phrase in your assessments or in your write-up. That's just it. In your brief, there are words that they are literally highlighted. You see those words, put it. When they say write something on mental health, you see that mental health, put it. Make sure it is linked to SDG. You see that SDG, put it. I'm telling you, just make sure that whatever is on your brief, pick out the points, the words or the phrases that are highlighted. Majorly, they're usually bold, and they're usually bold and darkened, sort of, so that you can see it. Those words, those phrases, put it. Guys, all these things I'm telling you, I didn't have them when I got in. Oh, nobody told me all these things. I literally learned, and now I have to start applying them in this semester. So you guys wish me luck. If I'd known all these things, or if I'd understood it well as I understood now, I'd have done better. Maybe by now I'll be telling you, oh, my first assessment was 95, second assessment was 80, third. So basically, make sure that you have these things. Is it at the back of your hand or the front of your hand? Either way, just have it. And if you have anyone studying here in the UK as well, feel free to share it to them and give them the link to watch this video and know how to do well in the assessment. Guys, I can relate to you not doing well in your assessment. I know how it feels, and trust me, we are in this together. We're literally going to, get used to it, and don't worry, we're going to pass. Basically, all you just need to do is take note of this point, and then you come out in flying colors. Plus, there's no first class or second class or anything. So, but then you need to really graduate and not come out with diploma or something. So, you guys get what I'm saying. Use those 3 points for your assessment with the bonus points I gave you, and then you're good to go to being an A student already in your institution. Don't forget to tell them that Next Alakija taught you that. Anyways, guys, that will be all for now. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to drop a comment as well. And I remain Tolu, the Next Alakija. Bye.